My name is Amaka. I grew up in a small house with a proud red roof and a compound garden that smelled of fresh tomatoes in the morning. I had just one brother, Chidi. He was 2 years older than me, loud when he wanted to be loud, and gentle when it truly mattered. Chidi's laugh was like someone who had swallowed the sun. Big, warm, and impossible to ignore, I tell you. He could also be a proper clumsy person. Once, he tripped on a common house slipper and declared it a plot against gravity. We laughed on that matter for 1 whole week. Chidi and I shared a room until he moved to another city for work. He called us every single Sunday. Sometimes he sent us funny, weird videos of his cat doing yoga. He liked old radio shows, very strong coffee, and a certain blue shirt that had a hole on the sleeve. Then, one weekday morning, the phone call came. That call that stopped my entire world like a sudden power outage. I remember the sound. The line was bright and sharp, and the voice on the phone was a whisper I could not properly understand at first. Amaka? Chidi. My mother's words just scattered. Chidi had died suddenly. No warning at all. No sickness. Just that shocking silence that presses heavily on your chest. At the funeral, the neighbors said the kindest things. Cousins hugged us like soft blankets. The preacher said he's with the angels. And for a moment, I wanted to believe the angels had a good joke to tell him. But the house felt too big without him. His room was the hardest place. That blue shirt still hung by the wardrobe, the yoga cat video still on his phone, and a coffee mug that said "World's Okayest Brother" was just sitting on his desk. We started cleaning his things slowly, like we were stepping through a thick fog. That's when I found a small, beaten-up recorder on the top shelf of his wardrobe. It looked like something from an old spy movie, dusty, with 2 tiny red lights. I almost left it there. Instead, I pressed the play button. The soft crackle of his voice came through first. Then he said my name. Amaka, he said, warm as ever. If you found this, it means I messed up the timing. But there are things you should know. My hands were shaking like a leaf. A secret, he said. He sounded calm, not even a bit frightened. Calm like the Chidi who once knitted me a scarf that had 2 different colors because he couldn't choose one. I pressed pause with the tip of my finger and sat heavily on the floor of his room. Outside, a pigeon knocked against the window, like someone trying to ask for permission. Inside, the recorder was waiting, and my heart was asking if I was truly ready to know the gist. I pressed play again, holding the recorder like it was alive. Chidi's voice filled the room, soft but very steady. First of all, don't panic, I beg. If you are sitting on the floor right now, get up. You always catch cold easily. I actually stood up. Then I sat on the bed instead, as if he could see me from wherever he was. He continued, "There is something I should have told you a long time ago, but I didn't know the right way. And before you start imagining something dramatic, no, I did not secretly marry anybody, and no, I am not a superhero. I tried. I can't even jump from a chair without screaming." I laughed. For the first time since he died, I actually laughed, the kind that just surprises you. Then his tone became serious. "Amaka, there is someone who needs your help. Someone who has been depending on me. And now they will depend on you. I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to worry your head. But now you are the only person I trust." My stomach tightened. Someone. Who? What was he hiding all this time? My heart beat like a loud drum. My fingers hovered over the pause button, but I kept listening. The person's name is Static. The recording suddenly cut off. No, not now. I tapped the recorder like it was a stubborn television. The static hissed, as though the secret itself was breathing heavily. Then the recording returned. And make sure you don't judge me yet, Amaka. Just listen to everything. But he never said the name. He continued, Amaka, remember last year when I visited home and I kept sneaking out at night? You asked me if I had a girlfriend. I said no. Technically, I wasn't lying. I was spending time with this person, someone who needed company, someone who needed a brother. My eyebrows shot up. A friend, a stranger, a hidden child. Amaka, you need to go to my apartment in the city. Check the drawer right under my bed. You will find a brown envelope with your name on it. Inside, everything will make sense. He paused, then added with a sarcastic cough, and for the record, what you find inside is not illegal. So don't start running around calling the police. I beg. I repeat, nothing illegal, mostly. Mostly, I said out loud, short. Amaka, I love you, my sister. You've always been stronger than you think. I know this is a lot, but don't be afraid. Just go to my apartment, open the envelope, and take care of the person I mentioned. Please. The recording ended there, just like that. No goodbye, no proper explanation, no name, just an unfinished secret sitting on the bed with me. I stared at the recorder. My entire body was tingling like someone had poured hot water into my veins. Who was this person? What did he mean by take care of them? Why keep a thing like this secret? I went to my mother, ready to tell her the whole thing. But when I saw her face, tired, heavy, swollen from crying, I swallowed the words back. She had too many wounds already. I couldn't add another one. So I packed a small bag, grabbed Chidi's apartment key, and left that same evening. His apartment smelled just like him. Strong coffee, old books, and something burnt. His regular cooking style, of course. The drawer under his bed was very dusty. Inside was a large brown envelope sealed with tape, like someone was trying to hide a real treasure. My name was written on the front, twice. The second time was in a hurry, like he wrote it while running away. My hands shook as I opened it. Inside were papers, photos, and something that made me freeze like I had been pushed into ice water. Inside the brown envelope was a stack of papers, neatly arranged, and on top of them, a photograph. I picked it up. It was Chidi standing beside a small boy, maybe 7 or 8 years old. The boy had big eyes, too serious for his age, the kind of eyes that look like they have seen too much. He had a small backpack, dusty shoes, and he was holding Chidi's hand like it was the only safe thing in the world. My heart just jumped into my mouth. Who was this child? I flipped the photo. On the back, in Chidi's handwriting, were 3 words. His name is Junior. Junior? Inside the envelope, I found more photos. In one, Chidi and the boy were eating ice cream. Chidi's mouth was messy. The boy was looking like he was trying to be serious but badly wanted to laugh. In another, they were sitting at a bus stop sharing a meat pie. In another, the boy wore Chidi's cap and looked proud like a small security guard. Then, I found a document. It was from a local shelter. Temporary guardian, Chidi Okoye. Temporary guardian of a child. My brother who couldn't even remember to water an ordinary house plant. I sat down heavily. Then I found a handwritten letter, the one he said would explain everything.